And we're in the big ship, and fittingly, everyone here ready to do battle as Tampa Bay gets ready to match up with Cam Newton and the Carolina Panthers. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Newton on first down. Buying time to his left. And he slides to avoid the hit. The improv on the scramble there gets him 6, and it'll be second down.
Oh, my Cam. There's times when I'm not analyzing up here. I'm just appreciating. Led NFL quarterbacks in rushing last year. He is truly the ultimate weapon at that position.
On second down, here's Newton. Flush to his right. And the tight end Olsen, right side. And he'll be brought down right around the 37. Newton to Olsen there for a Carolina first down. I think defensively you're okay with that. Here in the first quarter, he's going to get some catches, but they rallied to him quickly.
And that's what you count on, and I like what you just said. First quarter, can you do it all game long? They catch it, you tackle them, they go down on the spot. Because when you're able to do that and you don't give up big chunks of yardage after the catch, now you put the offense in a position where every series they have to work hard to pick up first downs, and you tend to stall them out when you do that.
Newton now to throw. And down he goes. A Buccaneer sack. Gerald McCoy getting in there from his defensive tackle spot to snow him under for a loss of 4. So after the sack, here's 2nd and 14. Out of the gun, Newton. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by Levante David. And they'll set up shop right near midfield at the 49-yard line. They were ball hawks last week. They had a trio of interceptions on defense. In the first drive, they pick up right where they left off.
They're creating quite a reputation for themselves, aren't they? And sometimes what happens is when they know that the defense can take the ball away, as they saw the previous week, now you try too hard to not let them take it away, and you force yourself into errors. They've intimidated them in a sense and gotten the ball from them.
5 on the 50. 5 on the 50. 5 on the 50.
And on the ground they go with a running back. And he'll get across midfield and into Carolina territory. Call it a gain of 4 on first, and that'll make it second down.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable second down. A very solid gain on that play.
Hey, stop. Let's go. Hey. 5-0. Green, triple C.
Now a second down throw for Winston. He rifles one that's intercepted. Dante Jackson picks it, and his guys will take over at the 25-yard line.
Oh, timing is everything on a route like this. He tried to drive that football into a tight spot. And if you're a little early or a little late, chances are there's going to be someone there. And sure enough, this one's going the other way.
First carry for Christian McCaffrey. And he'll get this one up to the 26. Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
To throw on second down is Newton. And he's just going to get rid of this thing. To no one here. He throws it away. And now it's third. They got pressure there and only rushing 3.
And there's a defensive coordinator right now who is celebrating not just getting home with 3 there, but realizing if that's the type of pressure he can get in the entire game, then his pass defense is going to be excellent. You're dropping 8. Where are you going to go with the football?
Throwing on third down, Newton. And he's got his target. That's Moore. A good pickup there at 22. We often, with Cam Newton, talk a lot about his legs. Don't forget about that arm.
He can throw it on a rope. He can loft it. He's got the touch that's been developed throughout his career. But the big part about just watching him throw it, it seems almost effortless.
On first down, this is McCaffrey. And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up second down.
It's really simple to say that they know their identity, that they are a passing team. But one of the reasons that they're so successful, they know how to mix in the run and make sure that they keep the defense off balance and not able to just simply say, let's go get the quarterback and disrupt things.
Here's Newton now on second down. To the right side, and he's got Moore complete. And he'll go down shy of the 40 at the 41. It's a pickup of 6 and good enough to move the chains. Now a play fake here on first down. Eluding the pressure right. And he'll toss this one incomplete. Seeing no options, he throws it away.
What's the old adage? Be quick, but don't hurry. Well, that went right out the window there. He was hurried, harassed. That ball had to be gotten rid of. Otherwise, he was going to get sacked.
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. Now a carry, it's C.J. Anderson. And he'll bring this one inside the 35. A nice job to get 8 there after the incompletion, and now they'll look at a 3rd and 2 coming up.
What a luxury to have a guy like this who can not only spell your starter, but can come in and keep drives going.
Trying to keep the drive going here. This is play number 7 on 3rd and 2. Another run, this time McCaffrey. And that play is blown up, losing yardage back at the 35. He lost 2, and it brings up 4th.
I know when I was a kid, I always got real excited when I saw those lateral-type runs. But the best backs that made it happen, they put a foot in the ground and just go. That didn't happen there. That play got swallowed up.
And I don't think this has the carry. It does not. It's no good, and this will remain a scoreless game.
Well, this winds up an empty possession. Everything looked okay. He just never got the ball on target. And knowing him, he'll be disappointed with that effort.
And the Buccaneers getting ready to go as they take the field. That opening drive ended with the INT. It didn't lead to points, but still not the way they were hoping to begin the game.
But how about going and telling your defense, thank you, a huge thank you. You said it didn't lead to points, stalled off that drive. Now they've got a chance to redeem themselves, maybe reward their defense a little bit by putting some points on the board on this one.
And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. And 15 yards there on the catch and run.
I always laugh when people say, what's the toughest route to defend? And I'm like, any of them, especially if it's a good receiver. That makes things very difficult. But when you're running a drag route, something short, shallow, going through defenders, using guys almost as screens in order to get open, that makes things tough for guys trying to get to the football.
And that one blown up quickly. as he's going to be stopped before he could even get started.
An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time or what the case was.
Well, in any event, the extra speed allowed for great penetration as they stuffed that one behind the line of scrimmage.
Hey, sub. Let's go. Hey, sub. Let's go.
Second down, Winston. And he is going to go down. He will be sacked on the final play of this first quarter. Back now with Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin. It's the Bucs in possession of the football as we begin the second quarter. They do, however, have a tough 3rd and long coming up.
Hey, sub. Let's go. Sonic. Right there. 54, right there.
From the shotgun, it's Winston. And Winston lost the football.
On plays like this where the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back. Because this is the quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or have moved away from him. In this case, though, a teammate is able to come up with the ball.
Gets around him. A good return there. Call it 13 yards. And the Panthers will have a 1st and 10 from deep in their own territory. Carolina getting set to take the field. Last time out, they had that long 50-plus yard field goal that they missed.
And I'm sure on their sideline they're thinking to themselves, okay, do we still want to try one if we're in that position again? And I would dare say that the answer would be yes. They're going to have a lot of confidence in their kicker. But just to be on the safe side, I'm sure they told their offensive guys, can we get a little bit closer this time?
Closer.
Yeah, well, you know, I'd rather get in the end zone first and foremost. But if all else fails, less of a field goal attempt for him.
Tackle made that time by Vita Vea.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
To throw on second down, Newton. And Olsen over the middle. And he's able to get this one up to the 45-yard line. He got 29 yards that time.
And there's a completion to the tight end. And look at the size of these players nowadays. At that spot, 6'4", 6'5", and up. A lot of guys used to be basketball players, somehow came back to football. That's really good for the game of football. You're getting better athleticism, great hand-eye coordination, guys who know how to control their bodies when they run their routes.
Newton going to hand it off to McCaffrey. And he stopped immediately there. No gain on the play. It'll be second down. And as a defensive end, getting off the ball quickly, swarming to the football, making a tackle, that's what we saw right there.
Yeah, and that's what their job is. And really, a lot of the time, they have to throttle back a little bit in the run game because you know those defensive ends, they're like in a sprinter stance. They're just headed straight for the quarterback. That was good recognition on that play to hold them to no gain.
Looking to throw on second down. Newton. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Quan Alexander. And they have possession, and they have it at the 38-yard line.
Well, this is a defense that can confuse even the best of quarterbacks with their zone schemes. And here you've got a linebacker that's going to stay at home and just sit down in that zone. And this one basically comes right to him.
They've got good starting field position as they come up here 1st and 10. They'll run it now out of the gun. And that play went nowhere. Losing yardage. It'll be back at the 36.
Green, triple C. Hey, sub. Let's go. Hey, sub. Let's go.
Now Jameis on second down. The Panther rush too strong. They get there and take him down. K1 short in there to get him, and that's sack number 6 for him on the year. Winston needing a big play after the sack as he leads the Bucs up on 3rd and long.
Hey, 5-0, 5-0, 5-0.
From the gun, Winston. And he fires one that's intercepted. It's Shaq Thompson here with a pick. And they'll take over inside the 45 at the 44-yard line.
Well, it's 3rd and long, and you've got a few different ways to play it offensively. But this is not the type of offense that's going to wave the white flag. They're going to keep chucking it. And this time, it results in an interception.
They'll run it now out of the gun. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Gun. Ready? Set, ready? Ready?
This is Newton off the play fake to McCaffrey. Rolling to his right. Wide open receiver complete. And he gets this one all the way down inside the 20-yard line. A really nice gain of 25 yards. A first red zone opportunity for the Panthers thus far. They have a 1st and 10 at the 18. They'll give it up to McCaffrey. They showed off a nice juke of the defender before the next wave could bring him down. Give him 9 on the carry that time, and they're set up with a 2nd and 1. Remain in a scoreless first half. We'll come back to Tampa after this timeout. To throw on 2nd down, Newton. And look at this, Cam Newton intercepted. And I do believe this is going to wind up a safety. It is. It's a safety. How about that for a wacky play? Wow, what a disaster. You talk about a guy making a good play on the interception and then just trying to be too cute on the return.
It almost felt like his own gyroscope really got out of whack, didn't it? Going backwards into your own end zone after such a great play. Totally disoriented and gave up 2 points for his team.
Carolina getting set to take the field. And 3 interceptions in this game. And I would have to think, I wasn't a quarterback, but number 4 is kind of, oh, you're like, oh, man, I can't throw 4.
No, and what's interesting is, what do the coaches decide to do now? Having thrown 3, do you alter your offensive strategy? Do you take the ball out of his hands and maybe turn to the running game? Or do you have that supreme confidence that he's going to turn things around?
We'll see what they do. A big play on the ground there. It goes for 36 yards.
Boy, he does it at a high level, doesn't he? Because when I watch him, I think of his vision. Straight ahead, peripheral. Also has that sense of where holes are going to be before they actually open. I think that helps set him apart from many of the other backs in the league.
And seeing no options, he just tosses this one away incomplete. Now that'll bring up 2nd down.
I hope I don't sound too rah-rah on that one, but that's the exact right throw. Either your receiver gets it or no one gets it. Give him a lot of credit for being really precise with it.
Got rid of it. No one got it. On 2nd and 10, Newton. Throwing middle, but it's incomplete. Greg Olsen was the intended target, and it's 3rd down.
Feels like they're getting caught in between here because they did incompletions on 1st and 2nd down. Now you got to worry a little bit about the clock because you prefer not to give them another shot here in the first half. But if you don't pick up the 1st down, guess what? You're likely going to have to.
to throw on third down. Newton. And he's got the hook up to Moore. And he'll go down here at the 35-yard line. They stop him for only 3 that time, and that'll bring up fourth down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
And that's the risk of the long field goal miss here at this stage of the second quarter. You give up great field position.
And that gives them one more opportunity to make something happen and something big. And we've seen crazy stuff happen at the end of halves.
Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. Flushed out right. And he's got room. And he's able to get this one out closer to midfield across the 45. The improv on the scramble there gets him 6, and it'll be second down.
Let's go now. 13, watch 13. Single.
Working out of the gun, Winston. Escaping the pressure right. And an incomplete pass. That'll stop the clock here with just under a minute to play in half number 1. Mike Evans, the one he was looking for. And that takes us from second to third down. Jameis to throw it. Out to the left there and complete to Howard. And he's going to be out of bounds down near the 35-yard line. He's got his first catch here before halftime, and it goes for a first down.
We didn't need to ask around the league, but we got to confirm this guy's a good player. They've got to find a way to get him more involved, call a few more plays that target him.
Absolutely, because here we are toward the end of the first half, and that's the first target, not just the first catch, first target. And they'll try the ground game here with the running back. And that play went nowhere. Losing yardage. It'll be back at the 36.
Early down stuffs will put this offense in a precarious position. We know that securing the point of attack, especially against the big-bodied guys in the middle of this D, has got to be priority 1.
4 down, 4 down. Hey, sub. Let's go. Green, trouble C.
Winston now. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. And he was able to shed the tackle, but the reserves come in for the stop. Call it a 1-yard gain on the play, and that's going to make it third down and 10. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 37-yard line. Now a timeout coming here defensively. As on fourth down, may as well make him punt it. Oh, they get to the football. It's blocked. So a change of possession here on the punt. And there'll be time for maybe one final play before halftime.
Those really long field goals, when they are made, they are things of beauty, but there is a danger to getting them started, isn't there?
Yeah, with that low drive, you've got to really keep it low to the ground, don't you, to get that distance?
Yeah, hard to just pop it up in the air because otherwise it's not going to get there. So he's got to drive it low in order to have the distance, and that usually puts it in jeopardy, gives him a chance to block it, and everyone knows it on the other side. That's when you get your best jumpers on the other side of the field and try and get up and get it.
And he couldn't hang on. Would have been their fourth pick of the game. Instead, second down. We have hit halftime. Still 2 more quarters to go. We'll take a timeout. We'll be back after this. You're watching the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. It's in the game. Out come the Buccaneers. They'll have it first to start in the 3rd quarter. They're close game, but they're going to need to do a little bit better probably here in half 2, no?
I would agree with that totally. I would guess it in the locker room. They talked about cleaning up some of the errors, but overall, I think they wanted to be positive with them. Guys, we're right there. Just not playing as well as we need to. Let's pick it up, and we still have a chance to win this game.
Yeah, they do. We'll see if they can pick it up. And he'll take this up near the 35, maybe the 34. 8 yards on the pickup, and now they'll have some options on 2nd and short. A carry here for the big tight end. And he'll get this only up to about the 35. Tackle made by K1 Short. Pretty good job defensively. Thought he was going to get it, but they knew where that marker was, and they stopped him just short of it.
What it does is emphasize that strategic football and situational football is not just played on the offensive side, is it? Defense understanding, as you noted, where the first down marker was and making sure they didn't get there.
The offense on 3rd down tonight, just 1 for 3 thus far. They're looking at 3rd and a few inches. Now whistles here before the snap. Looked like one of the Bucs may have moved. The Bucs on 3rd down, just 1 for 3 thus far. This will be 3rd and 5. Here's Winston. And, Jameis intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off by Mike Adams. And he's able to get it back to the 41-yard line. Count them now, 6 interceptions between last week and this week. Now, the 3 picks last week helped them to a win. They're in the driver's seat once more.
And they're the ones that are doing all the leading, aren't they? Right? The 3 interceptions last week, that led to a victory. 3 interceptions so far in this game, that has them out in front. We often think of the offense driving things. In this case, it's the defense, not just holding teams, but creating big plays for themselves.
The coverage may be too good that time as he breaks away for 19 with his legs and a 1st down. On 1st down, Newton. Flush to his right. The ball comes out. And it's picked up by the Buccaneers. He tried to buy some time to the right. So, Charles, when a guy gets out of the pocket, what's the focus of the quarterback?
Most of them keep their eyes downfield. They want to try and make a play throwing the ball. Some of them, they want to tuck it and go. But when they scramble, in this case, as you said, to the right, you're cutting the field in half. So good defenses kind of converge in that spot, and they don't give you much territory to throw the ball. He had nowhere to go with it. Ends up getting the ball stripped.
Winston now after the fumble recovery. Throwing the out route incomplete. It's Jackson. That throw good for 4. It's 2nd down. 4 yards on that last completion, so that sets up 2nd and 6. To throw, Winston. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Howard. And brought down, but not before reaching the 45-yard line. It's a 10-yard pickup, and it moves the chains. The 1st down throw for Winston. And this one's incomplete. The intended target was Chris Godwin, and that'll bring up second down.
Just work with me a second here, because in my lifetime, seeing how quarterback percentages have changed in throwing the football, I mean, back in the good old days, if you were around 50%, you were doing okay. But now, you need to be 65 to 70% to be considered an elite quarterback. And in this ball game, it feels like we're playing old school, right around 50%.
Yeah, he's under 50%. He needs to start hitting more targets. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. And he'll take it down shy of the 45 at the 46. And they'll get 9 there as that sets him up better for third down. The Bucs on third down. They've only converted once in 4 tries. They're up against a 3rd and 1 situation. Jameis again. He finds his target. It's Evans. And he's going to have a first down as he's brought down at the 44-yard line. A familiar ring to that one. Winston to Evans for the Buccaneer first. Winston now 6 for 6 since coming back out of the locker room. It's 1st and 10. And they'll go ground game here with the tailback. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 45-yard line. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down. Now, they struggled to get him rolling on the ground in the first half, and that's sort of continuing here in the 3rd quarter.
Yeah, but I don't think it's time to abandon the running game. I would say keep feeding the horse, and I believe he'll eventually reward them, especially as we get deeper in the game.
Now Winston, eluding the pressure right. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete. A pretty good coverage there, and both of these defenses, they've had good coverage throughout this one.
No doubt about it, and in today's NFL, where we're used to a bit more scoring, this feels almost like a well-pitched game in baseball on both sides, where the tension continues to build. Who's going to make the big play?
The Bucs on third down, 2 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 11.
Hey, sub. Let's go. Follow. Let's go.
Winston. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Dante Jackson picks it, and his guys are going to get the football at the 28-yard line. Thought they had something going there to break that goose egg here in the second half, but to no avail.
Hope was alive until that interception. What a terrific play, taking the ball away after it looked like it was...
And now Miller hit, and he fumbles. And it's picked up by the Buccaneers. And he's going to get this one to the 23-yard line.
Whenever I see a team turn it over on back-to-back drives, fumbles on their last 2, I know one person's blood pressure who is starting to rise, and that's the head coach.
Absolutely. And when's it going to go down? When they stop fumbling?
When they stop fumbling and after he's assessed the game film, and only if they manage to win the game.
And they'll go with a ground attack here. And able to work his way down to the 16. A good run there on first down, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 2.
Sometimes with the running game, you've just got to stick with it. Look, it's the 3rd quarter, no time to panic. But that also doesn't mean you just do it the same way you've been doing it the entire ball game. Maybe change up some blocking assignments or run a few different plays, but stay with the overall essence of the running game.
And they'll run it here. And he'll take this one down near the 15. Give him a yard on the run there, and that's going to set up a 3rd down and 2. The good run on first down followed up by a not-so-good run on 2nd down.
Now let's find out if they're going to stick with the run here on 3rd down. A lot of people would love to see some play action here. I say go with your best running play over your best blocker.
Winston on 3rd and 2. And this one is incomplete.
Brandon, at least there's one bright side to that incompletion.
What's that?
It wasn't an interception.
Wow. You're a nice guy. That was kind of savage. But correct. No pick, just incomplete that time. And Catanzaro's kick is right through. And they will jump out in front here with a very unusual scoreline of 3-2. So he missed that field goal earlier, but he says not this time. Able to knock it through, give his guys 3.
I like his poise. I like his confidence, his belief in himself. Sometimes when you miss that first one, you'll see a lot of guys sag and they can't make the next one. Not in this case. Stepped right up like a pro.
The Panthers offense here, they get ready to head back on the field. And last time they coughed it up, led to a field goal. They're fortunate that it only led to a field goal, but still, they're not happy about it.
Could you sense the relief, though, when they only gave up the field goal and they were able to trot back out on the field and start this drive? A little more pep in their step because they didn't cost their team a touchdown, but they know they've got to do it a lot better than they did on the last possession.
The coach will just be relieved, though, if they recoup with a score here, right?
I think Coach...
And that's caught inside the 30. A big play there for Carolina. 49 yards.
In our pregame meeting, all they talked about was keeping him hemmed in and wanting him to make his throws from the pocket because they knew he was pretty dangerous if he got outside, and he just showed it right there. Pretty good arm, too.
Down right around the 25. It was Jason Pierre-Paul who was able to get him down. On second down, here's Newton. Going to throw deep for the end zone. So the long attempt falls innocently to the ground, and it brings up third.
Trying to erase that deficit all at once. One big shot. He took it. Unfortunately for him, incomplete.
In need of a conversion on third down. They had the big play to start the drive. Not much sense. From the gun, here's Newton. Flushed out right, and he can't get rid of it. He's taken down.
You know, on these types of plays, we're always looking to assess blame. Okay, where did it break down? Sometimes it's just a great play.
So on fourth down, out trots the kicker in a big spot here. This for a fourth quarter lead. And Gano's kick is right through. And with that, they will move ahead by 2 here in the fourth. So the drive here ends with a field goal. It does give them the lead, but this one's still certainly a long ways from over.
It definitely puts a lot of pressure on your defense to hold the lead, right? They're happy to have it and happy to be out there trying to do so. But I know as a former player, in the back of their mind, they're thinking, why don't you score the touchdown and seal this thing?
Now the Buccaneers offense gets ready to head back onto the field. And after the field goal last time, we'll see what they can get here. At least they got points out of the last drive, Charles.
I've never met an offensive coach that didn't want to drive to end with a kick. Most of them wanted to end with a PAT, right? In this case, a field goal, they'll take it. Way better than the alternative, which is a punt.
Yeah, but you've met fan bases that wanted that weren't happy with that field goal.
I haven't met a fan base yet that wants to drive to end with a kick, other than the extra point. That's it.
He'll get 8 on the scramble there. It'll be second and a couple. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll be brought down right at the 30 here. 2 yards on the pickup there, but it's enough to give him a new set of downs.
He continues to struggle to find a crease to break off a big one and might need to just put that aside and just try and ram his way forward and get what he can.
Some good games going on in the early window. This might be the best of the bunch. Jameis now on first down. And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up second down.
We've seen good cover skills on display throughout this game, really from both teams. And there's another nice example there of them making it difficult to complete a pass.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. He'll wind up losing a yard on the play, and that's going to lead to a 3rd and 11.
Green, triple C. Hey, sub. Let's go. Green, triple C. Let's go.
Here's Winston. Escaping the pressure right. And my goodness, another interception. It's Shaq Thompson here with a pick. They can't tackle him. And they will finally get him, but not until he's all the way down inside the 15-yard line. Just a little bit of a rough stretch. 6 interceptions now in these last 2 weeks combined.
I know the easy thing is to go back to mechanics, footwork, things of that nature. I'm also wondering, is he getting fooled by what he's seeing on defense? Has the scouting report changed? Are they showing him things different than what he expected? For the 2nd week in a row, he's throwing it to the guys in the wrong color shirts.
Yeah, he better figure, whatever the reason is, he better figure it out. To throw on 2nd down is Newton. Being chased out left. And he'll go down here at the 12-yard line. All that gets him is just a yard, and now it's 3rd down. Possibly a turning point. Big play coming. This is 3rd and long. Now Newton. That's complete right around the 8. And here he'll get it down to the 7. It's a gain of 6 on the play, and it'll be 4th down.
And the big guy catches the ball out of the backfield, and oftentimes that's quite a surprise to the guys playing defense because not ordinarily thought as a pass catcher, it often works when they decide to dial it up.
So here we go. Maybe the biggest kick of the game forthcoming from the right hash, and this one just a chippy. And Gano's kick is right through. And that will push the lead up to 5. So they get the 3, but you wonder now, is that going to be enough?
Excellent question, because when I look at the smiles on that side of the field, they're a little tight, aren't they? If they had scored a touchdown there, those would be big half-moon grins right now because they feel a whole lot better about their position.
And a touchdown in the other direction, all of a sudden they're down. And Tampa Bay trots out there now. Winston and the Bucs take over now, 1st and 10 at their own 23.
Follow. Sonic. Sonic.
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. Flush to his right. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. That goes for a gain of 31. They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway.
Follow.
Time for a break. We'll come back for the electrifying conclusion after this.
Sonic. Follow. Green, triple C.
Winston now to throw on 1st down. He's got his tight end over the middle, O.J. Howard. And he'll be brought down, it looks like right at the 40. A gain of 6 there on 1st. 6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4.
Follow.
back to throw. And, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Picked up by Raskakra, and he brings it back to right around the 26-yard line. Charles, whatever's going on between his ears right now, it's just not completely calculated correctly. 7 picks between last week and this week after that one.
And they always say the most important part of a player is those 6 inches between the ears. But right now, it's all those interceptions that are going on. So whoever his trusted confidant is on the sidelines, I don't know if it's the offense coordinator, the quarterback's coach, maybe the backup quarterback, that's who he needs to get with now and get himself calm.
On second down, McCaffrey. McCaffrey with a first down and more. And he's got daylight. It's a foot race. Touchdown, Carolina. A big play there. His 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Panthers are able to grow their lead. And that run massively increased his production in this game, and now he's over 100 yards.
And break out your calculator, partner, because his yards per carry went up significantly, right? Big-time jaunt all the way to the end zone.
Gano out to kick this one away. This will be taken very short.
For most people, the excitement of the kickoff return is to see a long one that goes back in the opposite direction. But for the guys covering it, it's being able to stop them deep in their own territory. How about that incredible form tackle right there? Shoulder into ball carrier, and down he goes.
Hey, stop. Let's go. Green, triple C.
Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. And that is caught on the right sideline, but out of bounds, says the line judge. The throw took him a little too far. It's second down.
Okay, I'm not quite sure how to judge that one. Maybe didn't have enough legs underneath him. Mechanics might have been off. Maybe some fatigue. That one came up short.
Yeah, 4th quarter. Maybe you do start to watch as the arm there, the leg's still there. This has been a tough game. Eluding the pressure right. And this is going to be caught, but they'll say out of bounds. So it's incomplete.
Let's face it, perfection is something we all chase, whether it's playing this game or whatever we do. Hard to attain, but that's what they were searching for as that pass goes incomplete.
The Bucs on 3rd down. They've struggled to the tune of 2 for 8 so far. This is 3rd and 10. Winston. He's going to let it fly. And they almost had another one. They are all over the football in this game. Nearly another pick. Now 4th down.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, 4th quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield. And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter. Let's see how this plays out. Got to try it here. He's back to throw. Dancing to his left. And that is incomplete. They had to go for it with such little time remaining. And that'll be just about all she wrote for this one. And onto the field, here come the Panthers. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked. But you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
Some of the most unselfish players on any football team, defensive tackles, because we ask them to just eat up blocks and allow other people to make tackles. But when he can make a play himself, as we just saw there, that's a big day.
And they're going to take it all the way down and just take the delay. A road win in the National Football League. Charles, you never take that for granted no matter who you're playing, no matter where you're playing.
You take it and you run with it. And you know you primed the pump all week in your own home facility. No one thinks we can do this. Only people who believe are right here in this room. And then you go on the road, band together, and get it done.
So for Carolina, it's an important win for their playoff hopes as they move to 8-4. And they'll get another road test next week as they head to Cleveland to take on the Browns. Meanwhile, for the Buccaneers, this loss cost them in the playoff chase as they fall back to 7-5 on the year. And they'll try to make amends next week as they host the New Orleans Saints. I'm Brandon Gaudin. Certainly have to thank Charles Davis, my broadcast partner, and our entire crew. We'll catch you next time right here. It's the NFL on EA Sports.